So Doctor Strange is being directed by Scott Derrickson. Scott Derrickson did Sinister, I believe it was 2012, and I gotta say, before we even go into the review of this film, I first learned about this character, I believe it was 1995 when the Spider-Man the '90s animated show came out, and that show came out in '94, but I believe it was season 2 when we first got a glimpse of Doctor Strange, at least I did when I watched that show as a kid, and ever since then, I wouldn't call myself a diehard Doctor Strange fan, but I was definitely intrigued by the character, by the Sorcerer Supreme, and so I've always been, wanted to see, since that moment, I've kind of always wanted to see the character on the big screen, so now to finally get it, I was really pumped and agile, especially now to where the Marvel Cinematic Universe has come, ever since from Iron Man 1 to now up to this point. I was super duper pumped, especially when Benedict Cumberbatch was cast, because he just looks like Doctor Strange right out of the comic book pages. So I gotta say, my just initial thoughts, my expectations were definitely met. This is another solid movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, I definitely expected this movie to be good, and it really was. Just everything about it, especially the visuals and the way they incorporated the action and the visuals together, just was really a spectacle. So and it was very different, I feel like, than all the other Marvel movies that we've seen. So definitely was cool seeing another side of the Marvel Studios, and I also felt like he totally would fit just in that universe.
I can completely see this guy with the other Avengers. Also, too, what I was really thinking, too, about this character is I really hope we get a scene with him when he's with the Avengers, with Robert Downey Jr. I just want one of them to look at each other and say, "No shit, Sherlock," after they say something to each other. So
because they both played Sherlock.
Yeah, exactly. And I want them to give
and
I want them to give that awkward pause to each other. The humor in this film was really, really good and very. I mean, I thought it was pretty well balanced too, with the other visual imagery and the other action and drama going on throughout the film. But I just thought the humor of Doctor Strange, I really related to it, and I thought like he's gonna fit so perfectly with some of the other Avengers, especially Tony Stark, Star-Lord. I mean, and Rocket Raccoon. I can't wait to see a scene between all of them. And I like what Benedict Cumberbatch said, too, about how he feels like he's going to be the one who brings the Avengers back from, how everything ended in Civil War. And, from what we saw in this film, I could completely see that. He's definitely, I would say a healer of sorts, if you will. So, for sure. I mean, I really like this character, and I like how after basically 2 minutes of seeing this character in the film, I was on board with not only Benedict Cumberbatch, but the character of Stephen Strange. I'm like, I already love this guy.
This movie starts like right away. They just don't waste any time getting into it. The quick story setups and a little bit of the relationship setup, like it was really fast. And I'm not really complaining about that. I was just surprised of how quickly they kind of got into the kind of metaphysical like powers of Doctor Strange, which I thought was pretty cool. So, and they really didn't need that much setup. The way they did it just was really simple. You get kind of what's going on, and then you jump right into it. I also really like the villain in this movie, played by Mads Mikkelsen. He wasn't really like a standout villain compared to like everyone in the Marvel, in the Marvel universe, but he fit this movie really perfectly. He was really good in all the action scenes, all the fight scenes. He had a few lines of dialogue that I thought he did really well, and like I thought he was perfect for this movie.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm a big fan of Mads Mikkelsen, too. And like you just said, I wouldn't call him in my top 5 favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe films, or even from the Netflix shows for sure. But I did think, I bought his motivation. I thought it was a very good performance by Mads Mikkelsen. And I thought Tilda Swinton. Now, of course, if you know anything about this character, in the comics and in the animated feature, the character is Asian, of course. So it was a big controversial move for Marvel when they announced that, a Caucasian lady, Tilda Swinton, was playing the character. I was kind of a little indifferent, and I just said, you know what, I don't care about race in a character. I thought Tilda Swinton, I thought she did a great job in this film, and I just thought she got everything I saw out of her is stuff that I remember from the Ancient One in the animated feature, and so forth. So I thought she did a great job nailing the role, and again, what the script called for, I thought she did a great job in her performance.
Yeah, she was really good too. I liked her in the action scenes too. She pulled those off pretty well.
Definitely.
And I thought she was very fitting for the character, even though she's not Asian. But I thought she fit really well.
Definitely. And one thing I also liked too, I liked her chemistry with Benedict Cumberbatch. Anytime they were in scenes together and they were talking, whether whatever the case was, I thought they really connected well. And this dialogue scenes we got between them, I just thought it was really well. Again, good performances, but I thought the dialogue was really well thought out and smart and meticulous, and also the humor again in this film, just really, really good.
Just everything was really well balanced. It was funny, it was serious, there was great action, and it was entertaining. That's for
definitely.
And yeah, the script was good and had a lot of funny moments too. Just just incorporated in without straight jokes.
Yeah, and I believe Scott Derrickson wrote the script as well, and I believe Dan Harmon came in for some rewrites. And Dan Harmon, he's a man of comedy, so I could definitely feel a lot of the laughs, were from him. And just again, the action and the visuals in this film, outstanding. And again, what I liked about it, because it's hard to be the follow-up film to Captain America: Civil War, especially after what you see in that airport scene.
Yeah.
But coming off that I thought, again, from the visuals, from the visual imagery to the action scenes we did get, I was more than satisfied. I thought the hand-to-hand combat was very well thought out and very well done. Also, too, on top of it, it was for me personally, I thought it was pretty clear, because a lot of times when I see big Hollywood films, sometimes the CGI, like Independence Day 2, X-Men Apocalypse, sometimes when we get into these climactic battles or any of the battle scenes in general, sometimes the CGI just really gets in the way and makes me, a little bit bloated about what's going on in the scene. So I thought the CGI and action in this film really blended together really well and made me really think, like, this is really going on. And some of the stuff in this is so trippy.
Yeah,
it made me think Matrix and Inception on acid.
Yeah, so there's just some mind-bending stuff, and it all worked really well with the action scenes, and they just seamlessly incorporated everything together.
Yeah,
so
I thought it was
really,
easy to
really
follow.
well done, and
this is very different from, really any other of the other Marvel Cinematic Universe films, and that's what I liked about it too. It took chances that a lot of other films wouldn't say, and I'm not saying the other films are safe by any means, but I'm just saying this film really took some crazy chances, and I really thought they ended up paying off in the end. Obviously, in our spoiler review, we'll go in crazy depth about what we really loved and what we didn't love, in terms of being more detail oriented. So, but we don't want to give too much away. So our final thoughts. I thought the film was very entertaining. It was a lot of fun. Great characters in the film. Benedict Cumberbatch, he's the Sorcerer Supreme. He's Doctor Strange right out of the comics. He gave a phenomenal performance. The film is very well directed. I really enjoyed the chemistry between just about all the characters. I thought it was a pretty good villain. The visual imagery and the action in this film,
out.
Amazing. One of the most gorgeous visual imagery, one of the most gorgeous films in general, just in terms of special effects, visual effects, just outstanding. You gotta see this movie in 3D. I thought the pacing was good. The humor in the film was very good. I was laughing more than I laugh in most comedies. So the humor was definitely there for me. I'm gonna give Doctor Strange a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree, at least initially, on 9 out of 10. This movie just did such a great job of incorporating the amazing visuals with the great action while keeping a simple story yet with good characters and good development between them all. So, at least for now, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this one. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this video. Once you guys see this movie, let us know what you thought about it in the comments section. We are going to be doing a spoiler review pretty soon, so be on the lookout for that. And if you like these videos, you can hit the subscribe button.
See you guys next time.